Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS Edtech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Good afternoon everybody. Maraming salamat Sir Wilbur sa isang napakabangis na introduction. Sa ganun din kay Tutor Madge, napakahusay, napakapopogi talaga ng mga Edtech ETUlay tutors natin. Alam mo yan. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you for tuning in with me again dito sa ating Talk Tuesday, 5:20 in the afternoon. Maraming salamat at kasama niyo ulit Sir DJ, and you're interested to learn many interesting stuff about speech, communication, and public speaking. Maraming salamat po. So, ayun. If you guys are ready, give me a thumbs up sa ating comment section. Alam ko ready na kayo, and I'm sure you guys are very excited for being with me this afternoon. Salamat. Let me just share my screen right here. Thank you very much pa. Ayun. I would like to thank si Mami Joy sa ating backstage sa pagdidirect ng ating live ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat po. And as always, we are live on our Facebook pages, DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Philippines, and DepEd Tayo. Same goes in our YouTube channels, DepEd Edtech Unit and DepEd TV. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na suporta sa Edtech Unit, sa buong DepEd, sa DepEd TV. Maraming salamat po. So, it's 5:20 and it's Talk Tuesday once again with Sir DJ. It's June 29. Salamat po at nandito kayo. Comment lang kayo guys para ma-acknowledge ko kayo sa comment section. Ito na, meron tayong isa, ang ating avid viewer, Idol DJ Santiago. Come on, Boss Hamil Q. Carvajal. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, Tol. At nandito ka na naman. Again, aabangan natin ang mga inputs niyong malulupit. Tapos, and bukas, again, Wednesday, klase sa gramatika with Boss Hamil Q. Carvajal. Panigurado. Marami na naman tayo matututunan. And I would like to take this opportunity para i-shoutout ang aking malulupit ng mga friends sa Spade Theater kasi may sineselebrate ata sila ngayon. No? Si Ivan Lagong, si James Ramirez, at si Jericho Miguel Junio. Napakalayo nila sa akin ngayon guys. As in, I hope you guys are doing okay and you guys are safe. Ayun! So before we begin, there is a certain word that I want you guys to learn sa simula natin. And that word is glossophobia. Have you ever heard of the term glossophobia? Alam ba natin yan? Kung alam natin, type it down. Don't be shy. And as always, like pinapaalala na, speech class is a safe place. We are all in the same boat, the boat of learning. So okay lang pong magkamali, o maghula, okay lang yan. We will fix it and we will try to do the best para matutunan natin ng mga bagay-bagay. We correct our mistakes and there's no problem with that. Okay, glossophobia. Glossophobia is the fear of, but of course, public speaking, speaking in front of a crowd. Okay? Did you know, people of the Philippines, nandito mga nanonood sa ating speech class, that 75% of the population suffer from speech anxiety? Okay? Marami sa atin ang talagang hanggang ngayon, even at our ages, na alam natin mature na tayo, no? But still, we admit to ourselves that we are afraid or we have speech anxiety, na takot tayo magsalita in front of a crowd. Now ngayon, guys, here's my question to you. And I want you to type it down. Okay lang, kahit one word lang. In a single word, what do you think is the reason why people have fear of speaking? Bakit nga ba? One word lang, ha? Type it down. Come on, I'll wait for your answers. Tas i-process natin, discuss natin. In one word, what do you think is the reason why people are afraid of speaking? Okay, so shout out po. Freddy Caldino, fear of lip gloss. Glossophobia, fear of lip gloss daw. Si Ma'am Loin Caubalejo, fear of public speaking. Exactly, tama po ma'am. Ira Magana, shout out po. Shout out kay Ira Magana. Again, napakalayo nito. I hope you're doing safe. Shy, ayun, shy daw. The reason why we suffer from speech anxiety is that because we are shy. Mistake, sabi ni Freddy, one word. Again, tama, very good. Loin sorry, mahirapan po akong basahin yung name nyo. Caubalejo, nervous. Ayan. In a single word, we are nervous. That's why we are afraid. Correct po. Or it could be the other way around. We are afraid. That's why we are nervous. Sabi ni Boss Hamil Carvajal, judge. Wow, big word. Solid, pare. Tama yun, tama yun. Reginald Nunez Apas, embarrassment. Baka pagtawanan. Tama po, sir. Tama tayo doon, no? And yun nga, isa pa sa mga talagang dahilan kung bakit tayo takot is we are shy, we are embarrassed of what's to happen. Si Gemaline Tababar Queen, lost of confidence rather. So yun, sorry, nasamid ako. So Ma'am Gemaline, sabi niya, loss of self-confidence. So if it is in one word, yun, embarrassment, ganun, pwede rin, no? Ridicule, ooh, spicy. So ridicule, sabi ni Boss Hamil Carvajal. Kaya tayo takot kasi madalas iniisip natin that we're going to be ridiculed in front of a crowd. People will laugh at us. People will think that we are not good enough. Right? So all of your inputs are amazing. You guys are good. Tama po. Tama nga naman, no? Yung mga sagot nyo talagang yun could be the reason why we are really afraid of speaking. Speaking of this, just 75% of the population or suffer from speech anxiety. Ito ay, wala tong gender na pinipili. I believe if I were to go back to the studies, 75% of male and 74% of female. So almost the same. Talaga, babae o lalaki, merong speech anxiety. Talagang takot tayo magsalita in front of a crowd. Sabi ni Rodette L. Pesigan Valencia, failure. Cool. Tama rin po, sir. We are afraid of failure. Kaya talagang ayaw natin, no? Meron tayong doubts if we should speak in front of a crowd or not. Here's my thing. Here's my answer to that. Overthinking. Yeah. Most of your answers are correct, but it boils down to one word. Overthinking. Mostly about errors. Okay? When we overthink, we tend to be scared, right? And we overthink that we might commit a mistake. Kagaya na sinabi niyo, we might fail, we might be ridiculed, and sabi pa ng iba, we might get judged. We might make a mistake. So if we overthink on these things or on these concepts, automatic yan mga pre. Talagang sigurado. Dadagain ka talaga in front of the stage. Talagang kakabahan ka. Now, what are we going to do about that? Ano dapat natin gawin dyan? Okay? But before we dwell on that, let's try homographs. Have you heard about homographs before? Yeah? I'm sure narinig niyo na to back in your high school days, college days. Homographs are words that are spelled the same but are pronounced differently. Yeah. So, para spelling, iba yung pronunciation. Siyempre, iba yung meaning. Okay? So, here's what we're going to do with homographs. I'll be showing you two images. Okay? Kailangan ko ng participation nyo, guys, people in my Talk Tuesday in ETUlay. No? I want you to type down, what do you think is the word, single word, that represents the two pictures, okay? So, i-type nyo lang siya. It doesn't matter if you will, syempre, hindi ko naman maririnig kung ipo-pronounce niyo siya, right? Just type it down, okay? Ready? If you guys are ready, give me a thumbs up sa ating comment section. Tignan natin. Homographs, promise, very easy lang to, yet very informative. Come on. Ready na ba? Thumbs up kung ready na. Let's go. Go, go, go. Don't be shy. Homographs. Ito, homographs are very common. Pero minsan di-disregard natin kasi parang, that's okay. Okay, medyo, mamaya, we'll talk about how are we going to identify homographs in written language. John Carlo Ramos, thumbs up. Chrissy Klein, thumbs up. Reginald Nunez Apas, thumbs up. Thank you po sa inyo. JC, kamusta? Casey, kamusta? Sir Reginald, kamusta po? Hello. Thank you for being with me this afternoon. So let's try the first word. If you guys are ready, here we go. There. In the smiley side of our screen, there's a fish. And the wink side of our screen, there's a guy playing a musical instrument. What do you think is the word that represents these two images? Ano kaya yung word na yun? Gemaline Taba Barkin. Thank you. Thumbs up. Ayun. So ano kaya, guys? Type it down, ha? Type it down. What could be the word that represents these two images? Four-letter word siya. Four-letter word. Come on. As I've said, homographs are a word that has, or two words that has the same spelling. Let's have the same spelling, pero iba yung pronunciation, therefore iba rin yung meaning. Kagaya nitong picture natin, diba? Ibang-iba siya. What could be the word that represents that? Come on. Type it down. Ulit, okay lang magkamali. Four-letter word. Very easy lang. A guy is playing some kind of guitar. What kind of guitar is that? Come on. Sige na, don't be shy. Type it down, type it down. All right? So, nahihirapan yata tayo, no? Nalilito. Ano nga ba yan? What are you talking about, Sir DJ? What's happening here? Okay? What could be the answer here? Okay, I'll reveal the answer kasi medyo mukhang nagano tayo. Ano nga ba? Here's the word. The word is BASS. Okay? Now, yung BASS na yan has two ways of pronunciation. So, dun sa smiley side, it's pronounced as bass. All right? This is a sea bass, a fish. Okay? The other one is pronounced as bass, because that's a bass guitar right there. I hope you got that. Okay, so our first homograph is the word BASS, pronounced as bass and bass. All right, so yun. I hope you got that. Gets ba yun? Homograph yan. Okay, let's try the next one. Come on, type it down, guys. Sagot kayo. Okay. What about this one? Ayan. On the smiley side, I can see a white bird. And on the wink side, there's a guy in a scuba diving gear, maybe going down. Rainer Garcia de Jesus, may bago akong tutunan sa bass or bass. Thank you, Rainer. Thank you so much. At least, diba, Rainer, may tututunan tayo ngayon. Thank you, thank you. All right, so ayan. So yung kabilang side is a white bird. The other side is a guy. Okay? Sabi ni Boss Hamil Q. Carvajal. Okay. D-O-V-E. Yeah, you're right, my friend. It's D-O-V-E pronounced in a different way. Okay? Dun sa smiley face, ano nga ba i-pronounce yan? Pakitype nga kung paano yung mismong pronunciation. Kaya ba? Kaya? Okay, sabi ni Freddy, D-O-V-E rin. Correct. Correct. You guys are correct. Amazing. Good job. Okay? So the smiley side is pronounced as dove. Ayun, dove. Okay? And the wink side, exactly, Boss Hamir, is pronounced as dove, the past tense of dive, right? So the bird in our smiley side is pronounced as dove, and the wink side is dove. So yun, exactly, perfect, very good. Thank you so much. So yun, diba? Again, homograph, same spelling, different pronunciation, different meaning. Okay, let's try the next one. Eto. See Spidey crying. What could be the word? Again, this is a four-letter word. There's a smiley side natin, and Spider-Man is crying. And on the wink side, Somebody's doing something to the paper. Again? Huh? Ano kaya yan? What goes out when you cry? What flows out when you cry? Ayun. May mga nag-answer na. Thank you very much. Sabi ni Reginald, T-E-E-R. Chrissy, same answer. T-E-E-R din. Si Loin, thank you. Tama rin po. Freddy, Rainier, Chrissy, tama. Ayan. You guys are correct. Our word is T-E-A-R. But it's pronounced in two ways. Okay? Dun sa smiley side. Paano nga natin i-pronounce yun? Ayun, may sagot na agad tayo. Very good. Tear. Yan. Oops, sorry. Feedback ba? Sorry, guys. Okay. So, the smiley side is pronounced as tear. Yan, correct. Tear. So, di ba, when you cry, tears comes out. Tear come out, right? Okay, so yun. Sa wink side natin, it's pronounced as tear. Okay? Tear. Many believe that it's pronounced as tear. Tear. Okay? But it's actually pronounced as tear. Okay? So, these are the diphthongs ear and air. Okay? So, tear and tear. Alright? So, sa chips nyo nakalagay tear here. Right? Tear here. Hindi tear here. Okay? So, it's pronounced as tear and tear. Very good, guys. Thank you so much for your participation. Ayun, si Samantha Blasi, teared out. Si Boss Samil, tear and tear. Tama. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the next word. Ayan. On the smiley side, there's a cat, I believe, that's being blown away by something. And on the wink side, this is an image that 90s kids can relate to. When we blank the cassette tape using a pencil. All right? Again, this is a 4-letter word lang. What do you think is our word here? The cat is being blown away by something, and we does something to the, what do you call that, cassette tape using a pencil. Si Lay Samantha, drowning. Drowning down. Thank you for your participation. At least, diba? Thank you, Lay. Yun. Si Samantha Blasi, W-I-N-D. Rainier Garcia de la Cruz, W-I-N-D. Tama po. That is our word right here. It's W-I-N-D. Okay? Dun sa smiley face, it's pronounced as wind. Right? So the cat is being, the cat is being blown away by the wind. Right? Short E, wind. Hindi wind. Okay? Wind. Okay? So sa wink side, this one is pronounced as wind. Yeah, di ba when we wind or rewind the cassette tape using a pencil. So yun, tama po si Sir Rainier Garcia de Jesus. It's wind and wind. Wind and wink. Wind and wind, correct. Very good, guys. Okay, ready for the next one? Okay, here's the next word. In the smiley face side, we see a door. In the wink side, we see something that sort of represents an illusion. Okay, so what could be the word? It is a 8-letter word, I believe. Yeah, 8. Let me just count. 8-letter word. Yeah. Very easy lang to, no? Come on, ready? Sabi down, ano kaya tong word na to? One is a door, the other one is something that is an illusion. What do you do to a door? You come in and you come out. You come out, it's called exit. When you come in, it's called And the other one is, for example, you want to hypnotize somebody. You will blank them. Ayun. Ayun, medyo mukhang confusing tong isang to, no? Medyo mahirap na. So, DJ, ano ba yan? Kanina puro 4-letter word lang. Ngayon, you're asking for 8. Are you crazy? Okay. Samantha Blasi got it right. It's E-N-T-R-A-N-C-E. Yan. You got it. Dun sa smiley face side, okay, diretso ko na. Sabihin ko na sa inyo kung paano yung pronunciation nito, guys. Dun sa smiley face side, it's pronounced as entrance. Yeah. Dun sa wink side, It's pronounced as entrance. Ayan. So entrance and entrance. So when you, an entrance talks about a place where you enter, and entrance is a verb that represents or deals with putting somebody in trance or in an illusion state or in a hypnotic state. So entrance and entrance. Yan, very good. Tama po. Si Samantha Blasi, Precious Umali Cruz Myrina, Gemaline Barkin, and Aymen Odidnab. It's very hard to say. Samantha Blasi watching from Liano Elementary School. Hello, kamusta Samantha? All right, so tama, entrance and entrance. Great job, guys. Very good. Thank you for your performance. Now, sir, what's going to happen if we encounter this word written and how should we know how to say it? Diba, itong entrance and trance, right? Nakita ko yan sa text. Pero since parehas sila ng spelling, different yung pronunciation, how would I know? First is you have to know the context to be able to pronounce them carefully, right? For example, ang sentence nakalagay, this way to the entrance. So this way, it means it's pointing to a direction, somewhere you can go to. It automatically means that it is entrance, right? Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin this way to the entrance because entrance is a verb, right? So it depends on the context, okay? So this is a skill that readers have right now. So I'm sure you also have this. Pag nakita mo yung word na yun, you automatically know how to pronounce it because of the context clues in the sentence, right? So when we read, we don't just read straight from left to right. Instead, we understand the concepts as we read so that we can get to know how to pronounce words correctly, especially when we encounter homographs. All right? Thank you so much. So, Chrissy Clan, clap, clap, clap daw. Hi, Casey, kamusta? Lay Samantha, watching from Liano Elementary School. Nakakatuwa, no? Ang mga elementary school students natin nanonood ng speech class. That's amazing. You guys can definitely use this in your presentations when you grow up. Kahit sa elementary or sa high school, yan. I'm sure magagamit ito, guys. So keep watching, and Sir DJ will be here with you up until 6 p.m. All right. Now, always remember that you are not alone when we say you are afraid of public speaking. Hindi ka nag-iisa. Okay? Hindi lang ikaw ang takot sa public speaking. If you were to go back to our statistics a while ago, I said that 75% of people are afraid or have rather speech anxiety. So it is not something that is new to everyone. It's a common thing because public speaking anxiety is embedded into us. It's part of our biology. It's part of our DNA, right? Bakit? Paano nasabi ni Sir DJ yun? If we are to go back to prehistoric times, when people in the past see a predator staring at them straight in the eye, it means it is a physical sign of danger. For example, a caveman, for example, went out of his cave and saw a lion or a tiger staring at him straight in the eye. Okay, na hindi inaalis yung tingin. It means that the predator is looking at him as prey. Gusto siyang kainin, right? It's a sign of danger, physical danger. Okay? Because we people perceive eyes watching us as an existential threat. Okay? Feeling natin, pag tinititigan tayo, there's danger involved. Automatic yun. Why? Because people are afraid of being eaten alive. Takot tayo makain ng buhay. Kaya kapag sinasabi na parang kung titigan mo siya, parang kinakain mo siya ng buhay, right? That's where this expression came from, probably. All right? So, for example, you are in front of a stage, tapos sangkaterbang mata yung nakatingin sa'yo, you feel an existential threat. Kaya ka natatakot. Okay? Of course, come on, guys. They're not going to eat you. Your audience is not going to eat you. But then again, we are afraid because of our instinct. And so, natural na matakot tayo. It doesn't matter, guys. Now, according to statistics, there are top 5 public speaking fears. Okay, we do not fear public speaking per se. Instead, we fear parts of it. Maraming conditions, maraming elements ng public speaking ang kinatatakutan natin. Right? So, Reginald Nunez Apps. Oo nga, no? Yeah, see? Tama, sir, di ba? Parang, that's what we feel. It's human instinct kung bakit tayo natatakot sa, eye contact. Di ba? Minsan nga, kapag you're talking to a person that you think is better and smarter than you, someone who is in the higher position than you, it's quite intimidating to look at them in the eyes. Great. Okay? Kasi you're afraid. Parang natural instinct nga natin yan. Okay? Now, top 5 public speaking fears. Number 1, people are afraid of technical problems, right? Isa sa mga kinatatakot natin dyan is the mic would not work. For example, you're delivering a speech online or reporting online, talking to your classmates. Technical problems could go like your microphone, your camera, your internet connection, right? Yun yung mga technical problems na kinakatakot mo when you are speaking in front of a crowd. Kasi pag nangyari yun, things are gonna get worse from there. And unless you can overcome it with what you're going to do, with being present there in the session, right? Present-minded, rather. Okay. Number 2, we are afraid of public speaking because we fear that we might forget what we are about to say. Okay? Parang, siyempre, you practiced na in front of a crowd, in front of the mirror, in front of your friend, kagaya ng sinabi ko sa mga previous ETUlay sessions natin, na yung practice mo, praktisado ka, you know that you know what you're trying to say. But then again, if you start the actual speech, natatakot ka na, naku, baka makalimutan ko yung sasabihin ko. And because of that, it's instilled in there na iniisip mo, baka makalimutan mo, you become more afraid. You become more scared. Okay? Sabi ni Chrissy Carlos, so true. Tama yun, Chrissy, di ba? Nakakatakot yung eye-to-eye contact. Kaya, pansinin nyo, guys, no? Yung isa sarili nyo, minsan takot kayo tumingin directly in the eye. But I want you to know this, no? Eye-to-eye contact establishes credibility and sincerity. So we should start learning to speak eye-to-eye. Pero not all the time, yeah, kasi it might look creepy naman all the time. Eye-to-eye contact naman lagi, di ba? Okay. Also, we are afraid of our voice, the quality of our voice being affected by our fear. Yung naaalog yung voice mo and you catch your breath. Yun, isang sign yun na kinakabahan ka. You're speaking and then you're catching your breath because you speak too fast and because you want to finish the speech right away. Gusto mo natapusin kaya talaga blah 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 blah. And because of that, you catch your breath. It's distracting. And it's scary as well. Kasi talagang halatang kabado. Okay? Number 4, we are afraid of public speaking, especially when we use humor, because we think that the audience will not buy it. The audience will not laugh. Kaya tayo natakot sa public speaking kasi minsan mamaya, pag nag-joke tayo, we would sound corny. They would not laugh at it. And mukhang ingot dun sa harap na nag-joke ka and then nobody understood it. Okay? So if you want to learn more about that, you can go back to our session about humor on speech. 2 sessions, yeah. Okay? And of course, we are afraid of public speaking because of heckling. What the heck is heckling, said DJ? Heckling is when people are not interested enough, they talk to each other. Yun. For example, you're speaking, blah, 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 ratatat, you give your introduction, you're in the body of your lesson, or you're in the body of your speech, but then again, you saw people speaking to each other, talking to each other, saying stuff that you don't know, maybe negative or positive. You don't know that. But heckling could be really, really scary. But in online, ito yung medyo advantage ng online. When you speak in front of the camera, your laptop, and your computer, you don't see people talking to each other. It could be an advantage or a disadvantage kasi di mo alam kung ano ba ginagawa niya behind his device or nakikinig ba siya or kung ano ba sinasabi niya. Right? So yun ang top 5 public speaking fears. Okay. Samantha Blasi, it turns awkward when no one laughs. Exactly, Samantha. Tama yun, di ba? Pag nag-joke ka, and then, what? They don't understand what you said. It's really awkward, and it's hard to recover from that. It's difficult. Kaya ang sabi ko, humor is a very sensitive thing, or it's a very delicate thing to use in your speech. Okay? Now, here's what I want you to do. Stop overthinking. Okay? Here's the biggest tip I can give you. we overthink too much of ourselves. Okay? Kaya tayo kinakabahan sa speech. Kasi masyado nating iniisip ang sarili natin. Right? Bakit mo naman nasabi yan sa DJ? You're so hard. Sobrang hard naman ang sinabi mo sa DJ. Now, what I'm trying to say here is the truth. The reason we are afraid is we always think about ourselves. We think about our image. It shouldn't be that way. Now, pagka tinigilan mo na isipin ang sarili mo, ang image mo, you will become more comfortable. Believe me. For example, you're in a speech and nagsimula ka, no? And you are thinking, sana magustuhan nila ako. Ay, hindi ako magaling sa hindi ako malakas loob sa harap ng maraming tao. Ako. You always think about yourself. That's why you build fear. So many fear up here. Sobrang takot ka na kasi iniisip mo na, what will they think about me? Right? Will this speech ruin my image as a person? Now, stop thinking about yourself. Now, if we are going to stop thinking about ourselves, what are we going to do, Sir DJ? Now, here's the secret to overcoming fear. Believe it or not, ito talaga yun. At talagang super effective way kung paano mawawala ang kaba mo sa speaking, sa report, sa thesis defense, sa business proposals, sa lahat ng pag-usap sa maraming tao. And this is the word. Generosity. Generosity, Sir DJ? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that when we are afraid, let's try to be generous. Hindi naman generous na, make it rain, pagbigyan ng pera yung mga taong yan, no? When I talk about generosity, what I'm trying to say here is that you don't think about yourself. Instead, you think about what the audience will gain from you. You think about what you're going to give them. Okay? Now, usually ito ang mindset natin. When we speak, I'm afraid you'll judge me. Yung mga comment nyo kanina, no? One word, bakit tayo takot? Mistakes, judgment, fear, or what? Nervous, shy. Yun ang dahilan kasi takot tayo sa judgment. I want you to change this. Come on, let's forget about judgment for a while. Instead, when you stand on stage, when you write your script for your speech, think about this. I will help you. Okay? So pagbigay mo ng speech, you are there to send a message. So instead of thinking about them judging you, think about it this way. Your speech will help them. That will remove the fear. Definitely. Okay? Mahirap, pero I'm sure kayang-kaya niya, guys. Okay? Now, this is no joke. Let's talk about this. According to research, when we have a generous and kind mindset, it comes and it lessens our stress. Hindi lang to sa public speaking, Pero sa totoong buhay, if you're generous and kind, less stress. Okay? It calms us. Relax tayo. Hindi masyadong napipikon, hindi masyadong nalulungkot, hindi masyadong naiiyak, hindi masyadong nagagalit, because we have that kind of generous mindset that we are willing to give. Okay? It lessens our stress. The same goes with public speaking. A researcher or a speaking coach once said, when we approach speaking with a spirit of generosity, we counteract the sensation of being under attack and start to feel less nervous. Okay? Kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, when you stand on stage, people are staring at you. They're like predators and you're the prey. Ganun ang nararamdaman natin, no? But if we have that spirit of generosity, naka-counteract natin, nalalabanan natin yung feeling na yun sa isip natin. And because we are trying to help them, we are trying to teach, inspire, educate, persuade them to somehow change their lives a little bit, we feel that they are not against us anymore. Instead, we are helping them and they are helping us. We're helping each other. Nagiging collaborative. Nawawala yung kaba. Okay? Keep that in mind, ha? Samantha Blasi, I think people thought others are judging them because of looking at them. Tama, Samantha. Minsan, pag tinitignan tayo, feeling natin ginajudge natin. But then actually, think about it this way, guys. Your audience is your friend. Tandaan niyo. Okay? Yes, kagaya sabi ko kayo, it is difficult, but you can do it. Believe me. Kaya mo yan. Okay? It's just a matter of mindset. Ganun lang. Avoidance does not solve the problem. Kapag iniwasan mo ang eye contact, hindi ibig sabihin nun nakaligtas ka sa fear mo. You're making it worse. Mas lalo mo tinatakot ang sarili mo. If you avoid public speaking, yung mga reports na yan, exposure can make you feel more comfortable. Believe me. Now, what should I do, Sir DJ? Kung yung spirit of generosity, wala pa ako niyan. Or paano ko malalagyan ng spirit of generosity ang aking speech? Paano ko maaalis ang fear of judgment sa akin? Number one, stop trying to be a great speaker. Huwag mong ipilit, especially kung first 5-10 times ka palang nag-speech in front of a crowd. Wag. Okay? Stop trying to be a great speaker. Why? Darating yan eh. Okay? Because the audience wants to listen to a person who is alive, organic. Okay? Gusto nila lang makinig sa tao na relax lang, komportable lang, interesting, masarap pakinggan, nakakatuwa. Right? Going back to your class, I'm not saying na yung mga iba nating teachers ay nakakatakot talaga, no? But when we see our teachers, it's intimidating because we know that they know what you're talking about. Right? Parang, hey, alam lahat ni sir, alam lahat ni ma'am, nakakatakot. Anong nangyari? We don't want to listen anymore. We're not interested anymore kasi they don't feel like human anymore. Parang siya robot, computer na alam lahat. But, alam ko meron kayong teacher na ganito. Relax lang, komportable, masarap pakinggan. Kasi tao siya. Yung nagjo-joke pa, nakakausap niya ng maayos. That's because the people wants to listen. People wants to listen to a person who is natural. Okay? Now, in public speaking, there are two words, public and speaking. Para mabawasan ng fear, focus on the speaking part instead of the public part. Okay? So public speaking, I'm not saying tapon mo yung public. No. I-redirect mo yung focus mo into speaking because that's why you're there. You're not there because of the public. You're not there because of what you're going to say. You're there because you are speaking. You're delivering a speech. You're giving a message. Okay? You're sending something. Okay? Now, three things para maging good speaker and going to be a great speaker. Talk directly, be yourself, and make a connection. Yun lang yun. Okay, three very, very important things. When we say talk directly, talk to them. Sila yung nasa harap mo eh. Don't give other examples na talagang wala silang maintindihan doon. Okay? You talk to them. You make it about them. Okay? Be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Not just in speech, but in life as well. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't try to be someone else. Just be yourself. They will feel sincerity kapag ikaw na ikaw lang yun, na walang pretension. Okay? And of course, make a connection to them, make a connection to the text or to the concept that you're delivering, and then connect it to the audience. That will definitely give you a successful speech. Okay? Next. Stop trying to be perfect. Okay? Sabi ko, don't try to be a great speaker. Don't try to be perfect. Because no one cares about your mistakes but you. Ikaw lang nag-iisip niyan. Sabi ko noon, overcoming mistakes is just let it go. Apologize and explain. Ganun lang yun. Huwag ka not pretend to be someone you're not. Okay? Si Christopher Kokia. Good afternoon po. Hello, Christopher. Even the most complicated person makes a mistake. Our most accomplished person. Walang perfect. Okay? So stop trying to be perfect because nobody is perfect. Okay? It's part of being human. And our humanity connects us to the audience. Okay? Kapag nakikita nila na natural ka, right? They would love to listen to you better. Okay? The audience, your audience, do not want to hear perfection. They want to hear someone real. Itong image natin si Kevin Durant, the reason why it is so spread out in the internet, it's because he was so natural when he delivered this speech. He said to his mom, "You're the real MVP," right? Nung sinabi niya yun, nakita natin that Kevin Durant, even though he's a really, really good NBA player, ang taas-taas niya, right? Nung sinabi niya yun, he became more real. He became more of a person than a legend in the NBA. Mas lalo tayo nakakonek, ay parehas pala siya nung nafe-feel about his mom, right? And because of that, sobrang natandaan to ng tao. Okay? Next one. Speak to serve. You're not there to be served. Okay, you're not there to be the god of the venue or the session. You are there to serve the people. Okay, Tutor Dada, I agree, sir. Thank you, Tutor Dada. Shout out po. Hello. So yes, you can share, but always make it about your audience. Pati yung mga host, pag nag-host ka ng event, don't make it about yourself, guys. Host, you're just the host there. You're just there to make sure the program flows well. It's not about you. It's not about yourself, your experiences. You can share experiences, but then again, you connect it to what the audience need. Hindi ikaw ang pinag-uusapan, all right? You're talking about the message you're trying to deliver, not yourself. Okay? Number 1, a speech benefits the audience, not the speaker. Okay? Yung very usual public speaking, talagang people are paying for it, pupunta sila doon because they need something. They want to benefit from the speech. They are not there because the speaker wants to earn money. No. They are there because they want to gain something. Okay? Ngayon sa online, pag may mga webinar, seminars tayo, or whatever, kung anong session online, we attend not because we want the certificate. We attend because we want to learn. We want to benefit from the session. Ganon din yun. Okay? Ganon din sa speaking. When you stand on stage, you have to make sure that you meet their needs. You're not there to flex. Okay? When you speak in front of a crowd, you're not there to, sabi ko nga, you overthink. You're not too much about yourself, but you think about your audience. What does the audience? Okay? And you have to think very, very creatively on how they can get what they want from you. Hindi porket sinabi mo, gets na nila. All right? You have to be creative. Think about them. Paano nga ba nila mas maiintindihan at mas makukuha yung concept? Okay? When we say we are there to serve, we speak to serve. That's because we are there to motivate them, to entertain them, to inspire them, to persuade them, to educate and inform them. Okay? The audience is not there to clap at us, to clap for us, to cheer us with what we are doing. No. Hindi yun ang puso ng speaking. Hindi yun ang puso ng speech. The heart of speech lies to what the audience will learn, to what the audience will absorb and digest and apply to their real life. Right? Okay. So I hope you got that. Sana tutunan niyo, no? Sana gets niyo, guys, no? But remember this, the power of generosity gives us a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and meaning. So kung ang speech mo ay nakafocus sa generosity, giving to the audience, serving the audience, you will feel fulfilled na may silbi ka and there's a meaning to what you're doing. Okay? And if that mindset is instilled up here, no more fear. Believe me. If you're there to give whatever you have, to share whatever knowledge and skill to the audience, you have a purpose, you have a meaning, and after the speech, you feel fulfilled and satisfied. Okay? Yung fear mo, forget about that. Okay? You are there because you want to help people, you want to serve people, but you give everything you got. Okay? Now, Winston Churchill once said a very, very, very inspiring message. He said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Okay? So always keep that in mind. So yung sinabi ni Winston Churchill, guys, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give to the people. All right? So the spirit of generosity may always be with you. So, yep, I guess that's all the time we have for today. It's 6 p.m. Thank you very much for being with me, guys. Salamat sa pag-attend. Salamat sa mga nag-participate. Big shout out to everybody. Maraming salamat for being with me this afternoon, and hope you learned so many stuff about overcoming your fear. Remember, generosity is key. Okay? The spirit of servanthood is key. So I hope you guys are always doing well. Kita-kits ulit next week. Keep safe. Always remember, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Keep safe and see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you for being with me. Bye. Thank you.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!